Have you ever thought one of your daughter would marry a foreigner?
No. Wow, he looks so Korean. But it scared me because I was afraid she would always live in Korea. And by the end of the ceremony, I wasn't sure I could get up.
Korean man makes cute baby. Do you agree? 안녕하세요, 럭스 아빠입니다. 오늘은 제가 영상을 저희 장모님을 인터뷰를 하는 거를 할 예정이거든요. 제가 평소에 장모님한테 여쭤보고 싶은 게 많았어요. 그런데 뭐 딱히 저희 와이프랑 같이 만나면서 이런 개인적인 질문을 할 겨를이 많이 없었거든요. 근데 한국인이면서 어차피 외국인이잖아요. 외국인 사위를 맞이하실 때 미국 장모님들의 마음이 어떤지 저도 정말 궁금해서 오늘 인터뷰를 가져보겠습니다. 그래서 이렇게 저희 장모님을 모셔왔습니다. 그래서 장모님한테 인터뷰 드릴 건데요. 오늘은 럭스가 출연을 하지 않거든요. 그래서 우리 와이프가 혹시 커뮤니케이션에 문제가 있을 때 도와주려고 옆에 앉아 있는데 별 얘기를 하진 않을 겁니다. 하이 장모님.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you very much for agreeing to this interview.
My pleasure.
Actually, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Could be a little more than few about me. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. First of all, I really want to thank you for being really nice. I did not expect American, parents-in-law could be this nice.
You thought they would be mean?
Yeah, like indifferent. It's your life, But you've been very thoughtful and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Where did you get that idea?
Movies, I guess. Okay. Before Anne met me, did you know about Korea?
No.
You didn't know anything about Korea?
Well, not much. I knew about the Korean War.
Oh, okay.
And I thought all of Korea was very cold because we saw pictures of American soldiers marching through the snow in Korea. But that's really all I knew.
Have you ever thought one of your daughter would marry a foreigner?
No, I didn't. It just never occurred to me.
When I first met you, I met you without Anne. Do you remember?
Oh, of course, I remember. We had never seen each other.
You looked like just anyone else there, so it was very difficult to find you.
I was pulling into a Korean train station. I think almost everyone looked Korean.
Yeah.
But I did have a first impression. Wow, he looks so Korean. And then I thought to myself, you are so silly. Of course he looks Korean. He is.
I know.
Oh,
That
that's
really
funny.
proves that you never thought of Anne dating or marrying a foreigner.
I'm sorry I couldn't
Well-
be there. But
I know.
It of course could have happened because all different people are marrying other races. So, why not my daughters? It hadn't come up. They hadn't dated anybody who was a different race. So I didn't think that would happen.
I know a few American families who their kids married to Korean, and then they were not nice.
really?
I know one
Oh.
family, yeah. So thank you.
No, well, you're a lovely person, so
Aw.
doesn't matter what you are. You're just
How
a nice
nice.
person.
When Anne told you that she was dating a Korean man, what was your thought?
It was fine.
It was fine?
Of course, I asked her questions about what type of man you were, and that was more important to me,
Oh,
that you were a good person
okay.
rather than, being Korean. But it scared me because I was afraid she would always live in Korea.
Yeah. But that concern was solved.
Yes.
I moved here. I brought your daughter
Right.
back to America.
Right, but at
Yeah.
first I was worried about that.
Wow. Didn't she tell you that I was alcoholic? Because she kind of worried.
Well, great taste.
Because in Korea I drank a lot. I barely drink here, but.
We all drank a lot in Korea.
Okay.
So you said you didn't really know about Korea, but what was your first impression of?
Well, the
Korea.
first impression was that the trains were much better than the trains in America. In America, the train is like 2 hours late, and they don't go very fast, and they must stop for trains carrying freight. But in Korea, the trains are very clean and they run very swiftly. So that was an immediate good impression.
So we did the traditional Korean wedding. How was your experience?
It was really interesting. It was a very beautiful ceremony, and I was amazed at Anne's wedding dress and Jay's outfit also, and that my husband and I, as well as my other daughter and her husband, all wore traditional Korean clothing. Hanbok, which was really an experience just to get into. And Jay's aunts and mom, who really didn't speak English, were able to help me get dressed, and they were very welcoming. The ceremony itself was beautiful too, but Americans are not so used to sitting on the floor with their legs crossed for long periods of time. And by the end of the ceremony, I wasn't sure I could get up. But obviously I did. I'm here in America.
So actually, my family was very concerned that new culture might shock you. Like traditional wedding, we just dress you. We didn't ask you.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
Finally, Anne didn't tell you that we were married.
What?
Not the first time you didn't.
Well, we did. We
No,
Later.
after the fact.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we told you we were engaged.
Yeah, but still, I was very uncomfortable that Anne wasn't telling you
Sorry.
that we were married. So I thought it's maybe your families don't care about each other.
I guess I was nervous. I don't know why I didn't tell you.
So after you figured out that she actually married a foreigner, which is from Korea, so what were your thoughts about it?
She was in love with you, and you were in love with her. I had met you. I knew the kind of person you were, and I wasn't concerned. And
Yeah.
you would be a good husband to Anne.
Thank you. You're awesome. Now you have one American son-in-law and one Korean son-in-law. I don't want you to compare those two that you have, but how do you think Korean son-in-law is different than common American son-in-laws?
Okay, well, both my son-in-laws cook. The Korean son-in-laws, and I don't know, I only know one. He's got to be on very good behavior because he represents all of Korea here.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I always feel pressure.
I think that I see more family importance in a Korean son-in-law, thinking that the family is more important.
I agree.
More so than in America.
Have you heard of the actor named Steven Yeun?
Yes.
He was on the TV and he said, Korean man makes cute baby. Do you agree?
Well, if he has a cute wife, he does.
Thanks, Mom.
I'll take that as a yes. Okay.
I have one thing to add.
Yeah.
So, Korean son-in-law is so wonderful. When I first met him, he bowed to me all the time. Now that he has been Americanized, there is no more bowing. So I hope he doesn't get too Americanized.
Yeah, I haven't seen any bowing in a long time.
Oh, I haven't either.
So thank you very much. I hope I didn't really annoy you with all those questions. Thank you so much.
감사합니다.
시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 다음에 또 봐요. Bye.
Bye.